Hello, 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 everyone. I was busy playing Tomodachi Life. I didn't realize that the Splatoon Raiders update or news update was here. So I'm gonna watch this really quickly. Sadly, I don't own a Nintendo Switch 2. I probably won't be able to play this when it comes out, but that's also kind of okay. It gives me more time to save up. Anyway, let's get started with the reaction. Okay, I've got the video pulled up. Just so you know, I'd like to pause and discuss after the reaction. So first we're gonna watch it all the way through. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Splatoon news! We haven't had a new Splatoon game, a true spin-off either. Boat. Hey, mechanic! Hi, Fry. Have you been outside all this time? I hope you haven't caught a cold. Oh my god, that hairstyle! Oh my gosh! How do you want to look and sound? Damn, okay, Fry just did our hair just like that. That is so cute. There's shells! There's shells! Oh my god, this is peak. Duck. You can have a unibrow? I like the UI already, and the new music, new Splatoon music. I love listening to Splatoon music all the time. Hey, Big Man looks slightly different. I wonder if he's a bit tried. It's Big Man in there! Oh my god. Oh, salmonids! Ugh. I'm sorry, that thing was flying. No, 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 no. Why was there a stingray, guys? I thought we were finally done with stingrays, but no, they keep coming back. Or stingers. Don't worry, if I miss anything, we'll rewatch it. There's a map to unlock. I wonder if all 3 DEEPCUT members have a unique mechanic to add to like the robot that helps. I feel like each of them does something different. Gadget development. Is that an axe? Like a Splatana swipe? An AoE thing? I also like these ink colors, they're nice and bright. Okay, salmonid bosses are still here. Just gets launched. Okay, so they added... Whoa. They added some side order stuff in here with like, oh, add all of the things you... Whoa, that was close. And DEEPCUT's identity remains intact. July 23. Oh my god, that's so much sooner than I expected. Well, I own all of the amiibo, so I will have to get these. I'll probably get a set. I love Fry so much. Oh my goodness, there was so much to look at. We're gonna go back to the most interesting parts, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna mute the video. You'll hear some different music in the background, but I'm gonna mute the video. So this is our hair before it's done, but you can see it's actually the basic haircut for the... You know what's funny? You can barely even see the difference anymore between quote-unquote male and female figures for like the Inklings, because these two look identical with the hair like this. I wonder if Splatoon DLC Side Order did this, where they look at your old save file for Splatoon 2 if you have it, and then they'll change your Inkling accordingly. Seeing as there's like quote-unquote messed up, messy hair for both of the species, I wonder if the game will be like, oh, you're playing Octoling in Splatoon 3, or oh, you're playing Inkling. that will be your default before you even click any buttons. Can't really see the face though. It is interesting that they kind of make you pick that, and then Fry fixes your hair. And then you pick the hairstyle. So it's like, yeah, you're picking your body type or what you sound like, but you don't even know what your face really looks like because it's getting covered by the bangs. I already really like all of the added everything. Like, the Splatoon art book has so many great examples of what they could have done with Inkling hairstyles, but some of them just were not feasible for the multiplayer game. But since this is more single player, the only thing I saw was that Chara posted his reaction and he said co-op. So maybe there's like a site that I can find that actually explains this. I'll check the description. Okay, I read the description. I think they're keeping in line with DEEPCUT being, you know, they're not completely good guys, not completely bad guys. They're a little bit in between. They were the bosses for us in Splatoon 3, if you remember. And they are treasure hunters. That's their main thing. So as the mechanic, you're helping them treasure hunt. I also really like the freckles. People have been wanting freckles for a long time in Splatoon. I really like this hairstyle, the shorter twin tails. And I really like the shells. Oh my goodness. That reminds me of home. I have a bracelet with a bunch of these seashells on it. I love it. There's also here like an Octoboy haircut with like chains in it. There's bandages. This one you see with the amps. I like this one as well. You're just shoving your tentacles in like 2 bottles to make a like 2 buns happen. But I like how loose, like it feels like a loose messy bun, if you know what I mean. Like it feels like a loose messy bun because this is one of the only times you see the tentacles like pretty detailed. Like we normally don't see this, if you can see this. This very detailed like tentacle vibe. Also, these are different eyebrows. They're subtly showing some different eyebrows here as well. Yeah, look. These are the round ones I always use, but they have a little bit more pizzazz on them. This one is for all those girlies out there who just love all of the clips and the hair ties. Yeah. I do think this goes a bit far on the front, like it really covers the forehead, but you do you if you like this one. I wonder if you can change the colors. These are eyebrows, so this is the male Inkling brow. So there's the normal one, the one with the cuts on it, with a little bit of scarring, the hairy one, and then a unibrow. Some people have unibrows. Gotta have that rep in there, man. I love the ducky. The eye colors seem largely the same as in Splatoon 3. And I really like the UI, just the big swirl. And they still have the sorry if you heard that. They still have like the Inkling cursor pointing at it. Sorry if I'm going a bit too much into detail, but I really like looking at these details. But like this Inkling seems to have something with its tentacles here. Like it almost looks like a toy. It doesn't look like a complete it has some braiding or some knotting on it, which is interesting, like tied in knots. I really like the single player focused. So I probably won't get to play this. I probably only like a Switch 2 for me at the earliest convenience would probably be next year. So I can always buy this game and play it for myself and have fun with it. I love single player experiences. So this is a modified Splattershot with this is like a glue cap or like a paint cap with a little nub on it. And at first I was like, oh, is it Big Man in there? There's always Big Man? He does seem slightly differently colored. Did I skip past their introduction? Yes, I did. Whoops. Let me go back for a second. DEEPCUT still looks amazing. I really like Fry. Like, she doesn't look too different. She still has the Like, these are her pants, if you can tell. I have the amiibo as well. These are her pants, but they're shredded, so that she only has like this little part left. But we know that the Inklings always have like these little black shorts underneath, so it won't reveal anything. But Big Man is interestingly like very like green. He isn't his old-fashioned like deeper gray anymore. So that might be just from the sun. Oh, okay, other details. Over here in Shiver's hair is a shard. This is her mask, her shark mask. They still have their little emblems, and they still have their shoes. For Fry, they added some slippers, because the floor's probably hot. If you're on hot sand all the time, that's not nice. So they gave her some slippers. Yeah, I like the haircut. There's a little scar there showing they've been doing stuff still. Shiver also has a scar over here. And yeah, it seems like all three of them can help in the little pod. And they can help you out. I actually really like that it's Salmonids this time, so we don't have the Octolings anymore. The Octarians, there we go. Sorry, it took a second for me to remember. This gooey, muddy ink. These small fry look different. They all have... Well, not all, but this one seems to have a different hairstyle from the other three. And I really like... These are red salmon. Do you see that? They're red. So they're red salmon instead of the salmon we know from... or at least they're more noticeably red with like red hair compared to Splatoon proper. I really like that we're gonna get to see the world expand, because the lore in Splatoon, right, the world got flooded and Salmonids live mostly in the ocean, but now we get to see them in other parts and they migrate and they go like all over the place. But the Inklings stay in the cities, and the Octolings are joining the cities now, getting to the surface from out of the domes. So lore-wise, this is going to be so fun. Yeah, big coax. Yeah, see, they really emphasizing that red bump. Like this is a characteristic salmon bump right there. These are the salmon you really want to get. You know, that whenever you see a bear eat salmon, it's this salmon. This thing almost made me throw up. What is this abomination? I guess it's showing, right, that the species is evolving. Like the salmonids are developing. They're starting to take to the skies. They don't, like, yeah, they still might get help from Octarians, but these guys, they seem more independent. They still have this culture. The Salmonids have a culture based off of Romans, and they like, it's like to eat or be eaten, and like eating is a very big theme for them, so they still have the utensils here to add to that. Big wings, horrible snout. So here's a big one. So this one, I don't know if they're normal enemies or if they're a little bit more, maybe they're like in between normal and boss Salmonids. Like they aren't completely there yet with like the power eggs and stuff, but yeah, I hoped to never see this thing again, but it keeps coming back. We removed Stingray for a reason and they keep returning it. I wonder if these guys even know Inklings all that well. And you can see around, like, these areas, they seem a lot like levels still, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Over here, we don't see the HUD, but it seems like we can control the drone or DEEPCUT a little bit, just like we can control Little Buddy to call him back. Doing damage. Here's a Scrapper, but it has a shield, so it's probably a bit more durable, which is why you need the help. So right here, the Inkling like bounced up. It got like a boost. Sorry if you can hear my tapping. I'm trying to go frame by frame, but it's... So if you look... Yeah, you can bounce up and then shoot. You can see which way whichever DEEPCUT member is in there is shooting with the lasers, which is very nice. The gun looks like another Splattershot. Here's the map. I'm not gonna take too much of a look. Yeah, salmonid level, so you can see. Oh, we see some HUD. Do you guys see that? We have the HUD. Let me just do this so we can remove the bar. So you can see the gun you have, the level. Probably how close the drone is to helping you out. They don't say the name of the thing. I'm just gonna call it a drone. You have 3 lives. There's some currency or points or something up here. There is the gun you probably have, or your ink tank. It looks similar to the ink tank. Is the ink tank connected to your health at all? I don't know how that would work. Maybe it's the health of the drone and not you as the player. You can see how close Shiver is to whatever. She has a meter. The pause button is plus. And there's like a little icon here that looks kind of like a boat. Like a raft. Also looks like this thing. And of course, obviously, we're searching for treasure, marking stuff. So that's what we're gonna try to get. I wonder if it's like Pikmin style. Pikmin style, you're like, oh, we're gonna go in this level multiple times to try and find everything. Maybe there's a day-night cycle, we don't know yet. One of the treasures is probably new weapons. So like an octobrush. Which uncovers more. And as you can see, there are 3 treasures here. But you got 1. I'm assuming you got 1, and then the rest of the map unlocks. So you can just keep going, keep forwarding story, or you can go back and get more goodies. Which I always love. Different islands, different ways of doing damage. Yes, the stingers are back and they're still doing that, but it seemed less intense. They seem to not be shooting that strongly. The giant crystal thing, you need Shiver for, or at least a drone, it can go through it. That's cool. If you remember the release trailer, I think we saw the helicopter go over an island and there was a huge spike of light, and then DEEPCUT crashed and then you had to survive. That's how they got here, right? So I wonder if this crystal, this currency, has something to do with it. Something underground maybe, or in a mountain. This treasure opens and it's specifically a little buddy or salmonid treasure with the same rock formations on it. Two-fisted salmonid. So it's like their artifacts, their treasures. Mid-air jump, equipable on all tanks. You get some money for it. To unlock mid-air jump, or like kind of like in Mario Bros. Wonder. Mechanic shack, so this is your little area. Hideout ship construction. If you press L or R, you get back to Big Man. So he's probably got a shop or something. There's a menu button and gear as well. I love that we get to see the Inkling working on tools. Gadget development. Scrapper's glass window. So you need to defeat specific salmonids to gain ingredients, and then you can make tools like this one that did like the blade swish. Oh, it's not an axe. It's like a little it's like an gosh. I have like this little air duster. It focuses air, and then you can clean dust away very easily. It's kind of the same, but with ink. So then it smashes through it. Does 940 damage. And has a boost. Just goes shreds through them. Got to see more of the guys in already, may I say, as an animator. You can tell here with Big Man's movements, they have updated probably all their models, but especially Big Man, because he was very stiff. He could barely move his tail and stuff. He could only move like the edges of his giant fins. Now he can actually move his body. Did you see that? Like, shoo, shoo, shoo. Very nice. So I think they're focusing on this here. So you got the shredder on the right, whatever this phone is, flip phone on the left, with a little shiver symbol. Sends out a signal. I can see a signal here, and then it does AoE attack, which is cool. You can see Shiver's fishing. Here's another thing. This one's kind of... It's like a pot. The Salmonids have this a lot, like a pot with them in it. If you look at the grillers, they kind of have that iconography. Okay, so it's a turret, so it will shoot for you. I'm guessing instead of super jumping, that's how they launch the drone in there. It's nice to see that DEEPCUT still has their identity, so like... Fry, as being the leader of her clan, still has the eels. Shiver, as the leader of her clan, still has the shark. Tinker, reassign unequip. A Splattershot. Very big ink tank. Okay, they call it a bot buddy. So the bot buddy is whoever goes into the bot. There's different tanks. Weapons, you can level them up. This is a little Splatling. I love Splatling. That's my main. Style, you can change your outfit, and it seems like Amiibo unlocks more outfits here, or maybe options. Relic powers. Collecting relics makes sense. Collecting treasures, collecting relics. I'm sure other people will go even more into this specific screenshot right here, but it seems to me kind of like Side Order, where you fill up your palette, right? But instead, it's also a little bit like Mario Wonder, where you gain all of these possible upgrades and you slot them in, whichever you want. Primarily, slashes are performed vertically. In general, damage is increased compared to that of the horizontal slashes. And you have like slots. So this right here is your palette. This giant slot here that says 12 to 16. It's a maximum. So once this adds up to this, then it's full. You can't add anything else. So that's how they control how much you can slot. Explosive steps, emergency damage, splash area, vertical slash. So you can see them. They were dashing in there. So even with the Splatling, you can still do that dash. There's a Dynamo. Dynamo with the AoE, so it was attacking everything. This is... you can surf on Big Man! This is... Whatever this power-up is, maybe that's the special, right? So Big Man special is surfing on him, just the way he swims in his ink with his boss battle. And then this right here, I thought it was a killer whale, but I'm mistaken. So if there's a lot of Salmonids, you pop the special. Shiver jumps out. This AoE shows up. Like, oh, we're gonna go this way. Be ready. Shiver spawns her giant shark. And goes. I will say this looks... Graphically, this still looks pretty close to Splatoon 3. It is very detailed. I'm sure that you need the processing power of the Switch 2 to be able to have all of these Salmonids on screen, all of these ink effects. But the art style still looks pretty viable. Awesome. This is actually very close to my birthday. That's really cool. I'm guessing they're teasing a boss right here at the end. This is a boss or a final boss, or like the big bad or something. It seems like a dark, dredgy place. Maybe like a boss Salmonid, the same way Ouroboros and stuff is one. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get to editing this. Thank you so much for watching my reaction if you made it this far. Thank you for listening to me yap. I hope you're just as hyped for Splatoon Raiders as I am. If you're in the same boat as me and waiting to get a Switch 2 so you can get the game, welcome. We will wait together, okay? Alright. Thanks, you guys. Goodbye now.